Any more conversation here?
Just need to rest up a bit while I recover my strength.
That was the major story mission. And to be totally clear, I did it on accident. Just gonna admit that. Because I was going down to that planet to go do stuff on that planet. And then I'm like, oh, I totally just did the main mission. Because that's where they sent me during that, but I wasn't thinking of that when I went there. So we'll be going back to Voeld, I think, before long. Let's see here. Trail of Hope. Yeah, we're supposed to go back to the Aya with her. I suppose I should do that next. So she's not weirdly on my ship forever. We wouldn't want to, like, weirdly stash her and shepherd her around when she doesn't want to go there. Is that new or not? Can't tell if that's new or not, because the first one's always marked as red, I think. Oh, wait, no, it's the one below it that's marked as red, usually. I'm not sure. So where is Jaal? There's Drac, there's Sam. I might as well do a tour around, right, and talk to people? We did a main story mission, so that probably means people have something to say.
You know what we saw back there, right? This isn't good, Ryder. The Archon's dangerous. I've seen people like him before.
Hey, Drac, where you looking?
He's definitely dangerous. So dangerous, I'm not sure we're ready to deal with him.
Take him out. All we need is a plan. From where I stand, the Archon thinks he knows what's best for us. Problem is, he can follow through on it. That exaltation the Ket do, it turns people into slaves.
He can do that to us. He has that power.
Someone like him you take out fast and hard. Get the leader, the rest will follow. Honestly, drop a nuke on his head, blow up a sun if you have to, take the collateral damage.
There's better ways to stop him than brute force.
Maybe, but I'm not gonna let an enemy get close enough to pry my plates open and go for the soft kill. You don't mess around with this kind of thing. Ends badly, each and every time.
Another galaxy and there are still despots. When I was on security duty at the relay, colonies were attacked all the time. We trained the colonists and they started fighting back. Raiders didn't expect that.
The Angara already know how to fight. But the Archon, he's got an army to back up his crazy.
We're the new variable here. He can't predict what we'll do.
That is an advantage, so long as we play it right. You keep thinking about how you want to handle this.
We'll only get one real chance at it, won't we?
Yep, so when we take him down, let's make sure he stays down.
Try our best. What else is around here? Sam. Oh, right, Sam Node. Is there any reason to talk to Sam Node? Does it give me new dialogue? I wonder.
Hello, Ryder. Exploring the Exaltation facility brings a Solarian quote to mind. We uplifted desperate souls into weapons, and know not what we destroyed.
That's a fair description of Exaltation.
I have changed since we linked, but I am still myself. Exaltation takes personhood and overwrites it, destroys it. I already understood that such destruction is wrong. Now, through you, I know why it is abhorrent.
Thanks, Sam. Nothing more.
So despite the fact that it is in my head all the time, we do have dialogue to have between us and him. Message from Voeld. Intel on Ket. To Ryder from Rayless. Greetings, Pathfinder. My name is Rayless. I serve the Angaran Resistance. Some of our scouts have returned with interesting information about the Ket that I'm certain will intrigue you. I will wait for you on Voeld. Please come soon. Knowledge and Archive. Stress tests. From Kalo to Ryder. Hello, Ryder. Quite the rescue. The Tempest isn't intended for these kinds of operations, but she's performing splendidly. Not that I encourage you to risking your life for stress tests or anything. Still, well done. I spoke to Moshe when I happened past Medbay. She left an impression. I must say, patient, but remarkably driven. It's easy to see how she withstood the pressures of torture and that place. Sometimes I wonder what my people could do with a bit more time to be patient. Right, because they only live for like 40 years. Should be sleeping, but from Gil to Ryder. Worked for 42 hours straight. Ship's humming. Called it quits to get a little shut-eye, but I'm wide awake here. Figured I'd use the time to practice my poetry. Didn't know I practiced poetry? Neither did I. Probably because I don't, but here it goes. Helios, are you healing us? Or will we regret ever coming because the Ket are forever bumming our space? Wait a minute, is that actually good, or has the analytical sphere of my brain fallen asleep? Gil. From Gil to Ryder again? You know how I'm out searching for me true purpose? Yeah, poetry in it. Helios, are you healing us? Sheesh. From Suvi to Ryder. Dear Ryder, I heard what Liam's planning. It seems like a great idea, even if things are unsettled at the moment. I'd love to help out. Stop by when you can. Suvi. Alright, let's check in with Suvi then. We've also got someone to meet with on Vold. Which actually, probably a good thing then that I popped out and popped back in as far as Vold goes, because I got an email about doing story stuff. Or a new mission that would have popped up. So that would have just meant that if I went to Vold first, I would have had to come back after getting the message.
Settle down.
If this isn't a good reason to get excited.
What's up? You guys aren't fighting, are you?
Why would I fight with my best friend?
Best friend? Aw, Callow. Callow's very excited about a report I received from EOS. It's good news. The radiation levels are steadily dropping.
Your outpost Prodromos is really going to make it. When do you want to head back?
I was literally just there, and I feel like I finished that place.
We could go, but we need to balance our priorities. Why?
Just saying, if I'd created a thriving community in a brand new galaxy, I'd want to visit.
Just wait till they put in the beach and the water slide.
Now you're just playing with me.
So radiation levels are down. More to explore?
Yes, but there's been a rise in Ket activity as well.
Figures that we're not the only ones to benefit from the planet's improvement.
Might be nice to see how it's doing.
Almost like a vacation.
Almost. Maybe we'll head back at some point.
Well, you're the boss. Just say the word.
Huh. Was that... Is there something actually to check out? Or is that like a weird sequence break where it did it wrong somehow? Because, like, last time I went there, I don't think there was radiation to worry about at all. And there was a huge Ket installation, which I took out. So, is this conversation happening at the wrong time? Right, it's the same email terminal.
The swelling has gone down significantly, and I seem to be able to talk normally again.
Good. Keep me updated, and remember, cool food and liquid only. Nothing spicy.
Thank you, Lexi.
Is there something wrong? Did you hurt yourself?
Oh, it's nothing. I'm just getting over some inflammation of the soft tissues of the mouth. It was dramatic, but ultimately non-threatening.
What?
Have you ever heard of the lick test? Back before scanners were portable, Earth scientists would employ this test in the field. They used it to tell rocks from fossils and get a basic idea of their mineral composition.
You licked a rock, didn't you?
I was distracted and forgot it was a Helios rock. I do it unconsciously. When I was little, my father and I would go on expeditions. The lick test was a huge part of it. He made science fun for me. Your mother was something of a scientist, wasn't she?
She specialized in biotics research. Got her start in medicine.
I read all about her research and your father's. AI and implants. They achieved so much in so little time. Sam is an astounding achievement. I left my parents back home. They told me they were proud of me, and then lived out their lives while I slept.
If I were them, I'd be proud too. You came here for the sake of science. That takes courage. Some crazy, but mostly courage. I'm sure they knew that.
Thank you, Ryder. I needed that.
Anytime.
By the way, I have done the lick test before. Just got to acknowledge the rock situation here. In particular, halite is literally made of salt. So, very susceptible to a lick test. Kind of gross, though, if it's a hand sample that is being used for a class, because everyone's touching it, and that's how you get the kinds of diseases you get from conventions.
Oh, the ship manual's useful. That leg of my workbench needed propping up.
If you bothered reading it, you'd know that the Tempest is an orchestra of new tech. You can't just meddle with...
I got this ship launch ready in record time, Callow. I know my stuff.
And you don't have a shred of respect for other people's.
Callow.
Oh, Ryder. Sorry you had to hear that. What can I do for you?
I'll let you concentrate.
You know where I'll be.
Thought I'd double check, because a lot of people, at least at the beginning of the game, tended to have one scripted conversation, then one normal conversation that still had new dialogue. Probably not happening now, although Suvi said she wanted to do something, and that didn't come up yet.
Liam says he's planning a movie night.
That's the idea.
He's putting it off because it didn't seem right after seeing the exaltation facility. But now there's a delay. I had a thought. Every vid's better with snacks, right? I found an Angaran recipe for these little morsels you can make from a local Helios plant, but it's rare and...
You want me to look for one?
Oh, would you? I'd love to, be social and things.
Holy crap. So movie night was... the progress of the movie night quest was directly tied to us visiting that... doing that story mission. Holy crap. This could be a very long, drawn-out process then. I'm a little concerned about that.
At least we managed to save the Moshai.
I only wish we could have saved more.
I just thought we'd crank it out relatively quickly, the whole movie night quest. I'm surprised that is that going to be like the penultimate climax thing? Is like right before the game is over, we have movie night finally?
I'm thinking that Asari reproduction and Ket exaltation are similar in a lot of ways.
I can see it. The Ket take other species' genes. Asari take other species' traits.
PB, don't tell me we actually agree on something.
Changed my mind. They're nothing alike.
It is strangely similar in a way, yeah. At least it's not two people fucking and having a baby at the very least. That makes it different on its own right, just there, unless you're comparing it to like the Rachni or something.
Ryder, exaltation? I never imagined we were fighting Angara.
It kills me to think about it.
We have to stop the Archon, whatever he's up to. The more we learn, the more I realize how much bigger than me this all is. It's humbling.
Thanks for chatting. We'll talk again later.
You know it.
Going through the readouts from the Ket facility, I've never seen such advanced genetic technology. Frankly, it's light years ahead of our capabilities.
I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
Yeah, it's the usual tour, more or less. We can coax one little piece of story out of each character if we make the tour. Cora?
They aren't just conquerors or slavers. The Ket turn everything you are to their advantage. Worst kind of enemy. The one that makes you fight your own people.
That's what Jal faces every day, now that we know the truth.
Friends, neighbors, all changed. And they're loyal to what changed them.
You're pretty worked up about this.
Kandros wants strategies for handling the Ket. I talked with Drac, putting ideas together. Expand our guerrilla tactics, get Angaran military advisors, research exaltation. Just, I don't know. Wish your dad could give me his take.
Why? This all looks fine to me.
Nasira, your father, they always had a plan I could follow. Without one, it's too easy for people to get hurt. Like now. The initiative's plans are shot, and people die because of it.
We're flying blind. It'll take years to put all the pieces back together.
Our biggest headache is the Ket. Work goes on, I guess. Sarissa will have a strategy. Just need to find her and the other Asari. It'll be good to have certainty again.
Startled me so hard at first when that started happening. Whoa, that's a freaky sight. Some of the organisms we encountered. It definitely was startling me at first when just opening doors that people are in creates cutscenes instantaneously. It's a bit of a streamline. It works, I suppose. By the way, like the they would be a bit less taken aback by this probably if they were here during Mass Effect 3, where people turning us against ourselves just became commonplace in more ways than one.
Jal?
Thank you for checking. But I'm all right.
Don't know if I would be.
I have to be. How else do we go on? You know?
I may seem tough, but I have a good shoulder.
That's kind. You're kind. I really miss my family at times like these. Are you close to your family?
You talk about family a lot.
Really? I guess it's just part of our culture. Our families are large, and we share our parents with the community. We all have many mothers.
My family's small.
And are you close?
I was. Am. My mom and dad are dead. My sister's really sick. She's on the Nexus. I'm kind of an orphan at the moment.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, this random collection of Tempest oddballs can feel like family sometimes.
Yeah. I never really felt I had a purpose. But here, I do.
What about the Resistance?
My place in the Resistance is not what I'd like.
But that kid on Aya looked up to you.
Sure. But you are going to do something important, Ryder. I feel it. This is where I should be.
Glad you're along for the ride.
Me too.
Yeah, definitely starting to wonder, when the hell is my sister waking up? I made a whole custom character and everything, and she just never appears anywhere. It's starting to get progressively weirder the longer the game goes on. Right, Gil's back here. And Vetra's somewhere around here.
Galley when you're free.
When I'm free? Oh, is Drac reaching out to me?
Hey there.
Hey yourself.
Question for you.
Shoot.
When all this craziness is over, you think you'll have kids?
Where the heck's that coming from?
Jill, the best friend I mentioned while I was thrashing you at poker. She's starting the initiative's first repopulation effort at Prodromos. It's all she can talk about. It got me thinking. At the end of the day, this whole thing, the Andromeda initiative, we're basically here to spawn.
It took you this long to figure that out?
I told you, I didn't really think this thing through. But nothing we do here really matters unless we survive. Jill's right. At some point soon, we better get busy making babies.
True enough.
Who knew this thing was just a glorified dating service? Eesh, the biological imperative is kind of a bummer.
So you want to have a child of your own?
I don't know. That's never been a thing for me. You know me. Whatever my gut says in the moment, I do, and I don't look back. My mum says that's how my dad was. I wouldn't know. His gut moved on before I was born.
I had no idea. It must have been hard.
Hey, I turned out all right. He did his part, brought me into the world. Maybe that's enough. Thanks for talking, Ryder.
May have been enough? Shouldn't be enough. Abandoning people when they're undeveloped, like, is a nightmare, especially since whoever's left has to work, which just, like, multiplies the amount of time spent alone. Let's see, Liam and Vetra should be down here. Yep, both sides.
Liam? You're working pretty hard.
All the time. Started young. Smart little kid. Got angry a lot. Side effect of giving a shit.
Liam, what's going on?
We found that facility on Vold. Kicked them in the teeth. Great. But the Kett steal what people are. Everyone should have a stake in that. So I reached out, trying to get resources moving in a real way, bridge that gap like I did with Jar. I can't get permission coming or going. The Nexus, Aya, everyone is all can't take risks with outsiders. I didn't come here so everyone could be goddamn outsiders.
You're taking on a lot, making all of Helios your problem.
It is our problem. We're not going back. We have to make it work. I wanted this. Everything new. But eventually, it has to be normal. I need something familiar. Can I show you something? Did you bring anything from the Milky Way?
One or two things, but the weight limits were real strict.
I know. That's why I made arrangements. It's a proper petrol burner. 20th century. British. From when that mattered. My whole family works in it together, weekends. Like those are a thing in space. Know what we did? Friends and Hustle set us up good. They borrowed us a transport right before I went into cryo. And me and my father and mother loaded our car into it and pointed it at Andromeda.
It's a nice gesture, but you know you won't see it again.
Oh, it's a couple million years away at standard light. The important thing is, it's coming. And always will be. I don't know what that means.
We do what we do. It doesn't always have to make sense.
I'll probably screw it up, Pathfinder.
Join the club. The screw-up started 600 years ago.
Truth. This will be home. It has to be. I won't let being outsiders stop that.
So he's the full-on sentimentalist of the group, only becoming more true as we go on. Something is slightly unnerving about somebody with no clothes really on, still operating an Omni tool. It raises questions about how they work that I'm not super cool with.
Looks like pictures of the exaltation chamber.
Yeah, the Kett are using some Angaran-made medical equipment. Could be a lead. I just want an edge on those Kett bastards. If they ever got their hands on Sid, I'd... Well, imagine if it was Sarah.
I don't know what I'd do. We're all that's left of our family.
Same here. Sid was so little when our father left, and I was... well, her age now.
You raised your sister by yourself? That can't have been easy.
Had to. I waited forever for our father to come home. He never did. He was involved with some bad things. Bad people. Eventually it caught up to him. There was nowhere to run. Not like a whole new galaxy.
Is that why you came here?
When you're young and stupid, you make bad decisions. Piss off the wrong people. That sort of thing never goes away. Not for you, not for the ones you care about. I don't want to not come home one day.
Come on, you're strong, smart. It'll take a lot to keep you from coming home.
Strong, smart, but maybe just lucky. Luck runs out on you.
I won't.
I have a good feeling about you, Ryder. I should get back to work. Talk to my people, see if they've heard anything. Chat later?
Oh, those lines. Oh, whoa. A little scutter back. Luck runs out on you. I won't. Now kiss. Pretty much met with everybody, except Drac wants to talk to me, apparently. The problem is I can't tell if he actually wants to talk to me, which is like an ongoing issue. Like, what is it? When I'm walking around the ship, On a regular basis, Sam will be like, "There are no emails for you, Ryder." And then I check, and there's no emails. I'm like, "Stop telling me there's emails." And he's like, "There's no emails for you, Ryder." I'm like, "Stop saying that. I already checked them. There's no emails." So I don't know if Drac will actually have new dialogue or not.
Hey.
We can talk more later.
Sure.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to have new dialogue. Huh. I think it's another scripting error as far as, like, order of things. In this case, I think it is that the game checks whether or not you have new emails and whether or not certain characters want to talk to you about something, and then places the triggers around the ship for them to, like, for that to get mentioned while walking around, but then doesn't remove them if you do the thing before the dialogue triggers, which leads to a lot of notifications about email still being here when it's not here. From Liam to Ryder, thanks for listening. Enough said. That last talk from Vetra to Ryder. Ryder, thanks for listening to me. I hope I didn't come across whiny. Could my life have been any different? Sure. Could have had a dad, a mom, a rigid upbringing, and great prospects in a Turian civil service, with the stiff collars and the yes sirs to go along. What I'm saying is, different's not always better. I don't regret anything. Or maybe what I've done to get where I am. Don't regret coming here either, Vetra. Alright, let's get out there then. Gotta get back to Aya.
Vold orbit is steady.
We'll get back to Vold soon. It's my next goal. But it just feels weird to keep this character on my ship. So let's go straight to Aya. Space. Oh, I just made myself want to play Portal 2 again. Whoops. Trail of Hope. And I may want to scan around the system soon. But first...
Stars and skies light our way.
Stars and skies light our way.
She knows how to play to a crowd.
She's the Moshai.
Welcome home.
I never thought I'd see it again. Without the Resistance and the Pathfinder, I wouldn't be here.
We made a good team.
We freed more than just the Moshai. And the Pathfinder killed a Ket leader. We have a lot to celebrate.
I promised to lead the Pathfinder to Aya's vault.
The sooner I learn what's special about that place, the faster I can fix EOS.
Then get on with it.
I'll prepare the vault for your arrival. A shuttle will bring you to me when it's ready.
Thank you, Moshai.
We've been alone against the Ket for too long. You've proven it doesn't have to be that way. It's time we discussed an alliance between our people.
We're happy to make room for you on the Nexus.
We'll provide an embassy here as well. Our city is open to you. Join us.
Well done, Joel. Report for reassignment. I need to stay with the Pathfinder.
Jarl has already become a valued member of my crew.
Of course he has. I see the benefit. Request granted.
I'll need to file a mission report. Don't leave Aya without me.
Maybe I will stick this out and see where this plotline goes before I go to Vold. So that's where we leave to get to the vault. A fast travel station, huh? They're placed about. The locked door. There's a few quests lying around. Arbiter Renav. It's a marketplace with a few merchants to complement the ones we already have. Repository of history. I may even spend a while just navigating this town, checking it out.